Hey everyone, good evening, and welcome to Dil Se. This is a new live series that we've just started, and I'm super excited as today is our episode number one of Dil Se Live. Um, so I'll just wait for a couple of minutes. Thank you for joining, guys. Hi, Smithography. Hi, Michelle. So Vidhi has already joined, and before, okay, I'll just take Vidhi. Today's live is going to be Dil Se with Vidhi Thakur, and I'm super duper excited. Um, I'll just request Vidhi to join the live by sending the request. Hi, Aarti. So, guys, I'll just take you through what is Dil Se Live series all about. So, basically, Dil Se Live is going to be monthly live, wherein I will be coming live with one of my top industry experts and one of my favorite photographers, um, who will be there sharing their and this is the whole concept behind the Dil Se series. So, hey Vidhi,
Hi,
hi.
how are you
Welcome.
doing?
I'm so excited to have you here. How
I'm
are you doing?
excited too, and I don't do this as often, so a little nervous, but I'm glad to be here.
Thank you so much for joining Vidhi. So, Vidhi, as we all know, is a celebrity portrait photographer, and I'm personally a very big fan of her work, the way
Thank
she
you.
captures the raw emotions of, people, keeping
Thank
it
you.
simple, yet, keeping it so raw and so perfect. So,
Thank you.
today we would like to, know from you your journey. How has it been? So please share.
It's been now, I think I started in 2010, and I started by chance. Actually, I was not going for it. I think a lot of you must be knowing this because we have met in person so many times. My father is into direction, and he's a theater person, and he loves camera. He's always been behind the camera. I have been with him on his movies when I was very little. I remember, I was looking at the camera and I was telling him, Dad, this boy is wearing a nail paint. It's like, oh my God, you could notice that? I said, yeah, it's distracting. He should be removing that. And there was a scene where, he's doing something with his hand and lighting a fire or something. So that I was like 8 years old.
Wow.
Then I joined, I'd finished my college and I joined a corporate center. I worked in JP Morgan for almost 4 5 years. And then I think I had a chance to just take a break and figure out what I want to do. And I had no idea. And I think now people know so much what they want to do. But back then, I remember I was 27, I had no clue what I want to do with my life. I was just working my 9 to 6 hours job, and that's it. So I thought I'll do makeup, and I was in Denver. I had a chance to work with some really great artists, and while I was doing makeup, I picked up a camera.
Wow.
Like any other blogger, I just wanted to photograph what I'm doing and my work and all of that thing. And I realized that more than makeup, I love capturing people. That was the start, but I believe it took me 6 years to actually start,
Okay.
to actually do what I wanted to do. That started when I moved to Mumbai, back to Mumbai. I struggled for 2 3 years, and then I decided I need to take a break and find a place and start maybe reanalyzing everything. And I had to, I started watching a lot of different artists, and I started unlearning a lot of things. I started taking a step back. When you're learning, you're so
Right.
excited. You kind of want to adopt and observe everything, and then you become a mix of a lot of things, you know. Then your true colors maybe are not yet shining. That takes time.
True.
So I think in 2014 or 15, I left everything, whatever I was doing. I was doing weddings, I was doing a lot of other stuff. And I said, let me concentrate on something I really enjoy. And I stopped weddings, I stopped all the other kind of work. And I took a place And that probably changed a lot of things because I had a studio to myself and I could explore and experiment a lot of things. And I figured out there's a certain kind of work in people photography that I really enjoy, where I'm very connected with the person I'm photographing, and I understand them, they understand my work, they understand my style, and there's some kind of exchange of emotions and expression, and I enjoy that. And that kind of changes something in my work, and
Amazing.
that's what I enjoy, and I want to stick to it.
That's,
And
I
that's
think, through our journeys, I think we, go through so many things, we explore and to finally
I
find that
think,
inner calling.
yeah, exactly. And I think this happens with all the photographers.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what was
Uh,
your, kind of inspiration when you look at your work now, wherein, you have your distinct style. So
yeah.
what in you?
See that distinction, I kind of now discover it. I actually discovered it. After doing it over and over again, I realized there's something that I'm doing repeatedly, and there's something is a little different probably than other photographers' work. There's so many things that we do exactly the same, but there's something very little bit here and there that we change. It could be the way we deliver our pictures, the way we choose our pictures,
True.
what is going out. Our selection can make a huge difference in something that will put us into a different category. So I realized that when I was just shooting people, it was just about okay, taking pictures. It could be a candid pictures, it could be just a pretty picture.
Mm-hmm.
Then I realized that every genre has something
True.
that needs to create some kind of interest. You know, when you watch a portrait or a painting, you need to find that interest that's gonna make you wait and gonna make you watch, right? Even if it's for 2 seconds. The life is so fast. We still need to find something to hold ourselves before we scroll it, right? So I
True.
realized that every photography area has something that it gives out. If it's a documentarial pictures, there's a story,
Hmm.
or if there is a message, or it's about somebody celebrating something, that
Yeah.
moments becomes a thing, or it's about family, bond, or expression. There has to be something beyond the pictures.
True.
And when you photograph people, what is it that you can create, right?
Hmm.
So I realized, like, after studying my own work, I feel that it's the whole, okay? It's the exchange of connection, okay? And that's what I enjoy. So when I work on it, I realize that there are a lot of things that I have to take care to make this work. It could be the color palette, it could be the simplicity, it could be the clean lighting, it
Hmm.
could be how we connect, it could be how they trust me
True.
with my work. So all these things that I'm working on makes me a little different, within me, you know. Otherwise, I would be doing what I was doing maybe 4 years back. So I
True.
think over the years, when you find that one small thing that makes you happy, that makes you stand out, or that makes you feel like you're doing something different, and you feel happy about it, you start doing it over and over again.
Very true.
And
And
that kind of, becomes your niche.
important. Yeah. True. So,
Sorry
oh,
for giving you such a long answer.
no, it's like amazing. That's what, it's like Dil Se. So it's like you actually share, uh, what truly how the journey
Feel.
has been. So I think that's
Yes.
really wonderful.
Yes.
So you've really had a so long, kind of journey. And what has been your biggest kind of learning, wherein you could, everybody, when we are on a, there's one point in our career which, seems like a turning point from where
Um,
we reassess ourselves and, move forward.
I think learning first I'll talk about is the learning was that I feel that everybody should assist somebody when they want to start a certain kind of work. They should assist. If let's say I start with a photographer and I feel I can only get so much from him, but there will be still enough learning from him, and I can maybe assist somebody else who will give me some other kind of learning, and I'll figure out what I like. I eventually may not do what he's doing or she's doing, but it will help me grow. It will help me open up. It'll help me explore, a lot of things that will take me over maybe, 3 or 4 years, right?
Hmm.
So it will speed up uh, my learning. So I feel this was my learning that, I never got a chance to really assist anybody. I so wanted to assist a lot of people, but I think the time just passed, and I still feel that if I had done that, I would have, maybe, speeded up some of my learning or, progress today. So that's the learning. What was the other thing that you asked me?
So yeah,
My turning point.
yeah, turning point.
Turning point was that I was feeling exhausted. I was feeling burnt out. I was not very satisfied with what I was doing. And I felt that there was a need for me to hold and shape my work differently, just to keep me happy. There was nothing else. Financially, everything was okay. Work wise, when you get busy, you kind of just forget everything and you just want to work. But there was a point where I felt like, now I had to, start something different or take a studio or start my work differently. So there was nothing like a huge turning point, but just a feeling that kind of, made me change how I see my work.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's also important for us to kind of, reflect and move forward. So
Yeah,
how
very, very important.
female photographer, like have you ever felt like, being a female photographer, there was some kind of a pressure or maybe something different which you might have felt? I personally started from a very small city, so I had felt that,
Really? Okay.
how
Uh,
for you?
I I don't know. I never had any, differences from anybody, from colleagues or work-wise. I think it was just within me. It could be my limitation that would stop me. And I don't think today, we have these kind of issues unless we stop
Yes,
ourselves,
yes,
just being having that notion, yes, there is an issue. It's all up to us, I feel.
yes.
So I guess it was all up to me. I was waiting and I was holding myself back, and once I let it go, I was fine.
Yeah, true. And in fact, I think now, if we see today's world, I think in fact, sometimes it could also be an advantage for us.
Yes,
We are working with models. In your case, you are
yes.
in.
Yes, in my work, because I work with women a lot, I feel they have that comfort, when they come to my studio. And
True.
frankly, my team is also mostly female. So they like the idea of coming to my studio, and, they are trying this for the first time. A lot of women, from everyday world, nervous and hesitant. So it kind of helps, you know.
Great. So I have myself experienced that when I came for the shoot, and it was
Oh,
a
yes.
experience. And so yeah, when you capture those raw emotions, the perfectly candid raw emotions, what are few tips that you could share? Um,
Yeah, so this Raw series that I've started doing lately, um, it's something that I try to keep towards the end of my session. And I feel when somebody's coming to my studio, they're still trying to have a certain image, right? They're still not ready to break that wall. And my whole process when I start working with them is to break that wall, is to let them be very real, very original, and forget that even I'm around. So I feel that after I do 2 or 3 looks with them, they get really opened up to the camera. They forget that there's a camera and they become very expressive. So this one series where I shoot raw gives them a lot of liberty, and I get really different kind of expression and movements out of there. Even if they're just moving and looking away, I feel that there's something real happening, and I really enjoy it, and they enjoy it. When they look at these pictures, they feel like, oh my god,
yeah,
is this me? And
true.
that's actually the real them, right? But we don't really see ourselves unless we are looking at the mirror, right? And when we look at the mirror, again, we are not like our real self, right? It's
Yeah,
only the other person can tell you how you look when you think, how you smile when you look, how you look when you smile. So
Hmm.
all of that, when you capture in that raw series, a black and white series where everything is black and white, the whole focus is on you, they really enjoy it. And I really enjoy it.
Yeah, absolutely. And even looking at those images is like, you're looking at the true soul of that person. I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
it reflects in the photograph.
yeah. It's like a, breaking all the boundaries kind of feeling.
Yes,
It's just your time that you're enjoying.
great. So, Vidhi, I would like to ask you, what are your tips for the people who are newcomers, who are just starting out as photographers, as portrait photographers, or in any genre of, what would you advise? The
Um, First advice is that assist somebody. Okay, go and learn. Even if that's not the, probably the field that you'll choose eventually, but go and try and learn from different people. Give at least 2 years of your time in learning. Because when we go and even apply for a job, we have a diploma, we have a post graduation, we have graduation, and all of those things, and then we actually apply for a certain job, right? For this, for photography or for any art, it's good to have that many years of experience assisting somebody. You're
right,
not in charge, you don't have that pressure on you, so you can actually look and learn a lot of things in very short time. So one is that. Second is, start professionally, start valuing your work. Okay, and if you feel you are doing it as a hobby, then I feel there is still a fine line where you don't really go out with your 100%,
hmm,
when you're actually still in the middle of two things. So I would say make up your mind and be on one side and just keep shooting. And a lot of things you'll only learn once you've crossed so many shoots, you know. So don't be hard on yourself. Just, keep shooting, keep learning, keep watching a lot of good stuff. Good art, good photographers, watch them, follow them. That will really open up your, mind, how you will see things, how you will see the colors and everything.
right. Hmm, true.
So that's it.
Thank you so much, Vidhi, for these wonderful tips. I think that's
Thank you.
for anybody who has even done the photography diploma, or has done a course,
Yes,
chance to assist someone, or at
yes,
least do a workshop wherein they can gain that
yes,
practical knowledge of how things actually work with the
yes.
client. And I think that
Watching a practical shoot is very different
yeah,
than
then
just
what,
learning in a classroom, actually.
true, yeah, absolutely. So yeah, thank you so much. It has been so amazing to have you share your
Thank
journey
you. Thank you
and
very much. I always enjoy talking to you. I still remember our shoot. I love the way you conduct yourself. I see you do a lot of lives. I wish you a lot of success. You're very confident in whatever you do. I feel very shy and I always shy away from live and, coming out on the camera. But I love the way, you're doing all this. So wish you all the best. Wish you a lot of growth, whatever
thank
you're
you
doing.
so much. Thank you so much. This really means a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you, Vidhi. Take care.
Thank you. And thank you everyone for joining and listening to me.
If anybody
Thank
has
you.
questions, you can ask Vidhi. I'll just wait. We can just wait for it. Thank you
Okay.
so much, guys, for joining in. I think a lot of people joined in, and I'll just scroll up to see if there were any questions.
Okay.
Um, no, we don't have any
Hi,
questions.
Michelle.
Yeah, we don't have any questions. So, okay, thank
Thank
you.
you, Smith.
Thank you so much. Take care. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye
you guys,
bye.
and I'll see you
Have a
next.
good day.
I'll see you next month with another guest in this live series. So thank you so much. Take care. Bye bye.
Bye. Bye.